The Chagrin Valley Conference meets the Southwestern Conference as the 4-4 Orange Lions and 4-3 Olmsted Falls Bulldogs clash inside Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. Hi everybody and welcome in to Rock Entertainment Sports Network alongside Dave Bacon. I'm Tyler Danberg. The first two girls basketball games were certainly good ones. New Lexington outraced Meadowbrook to a 57-21 win before the Laurel Gators sure made it a ball game, but the Highland Hawks, ranked 5th in Division 7, have now won 10 straight. Now, Dave, looking ahead at this game, this is game 1 of 3 for the boys basketball side, and it is a good one. Two teams coming off tough losses by less than 5 points.
Yeah, Orange 4-4 on the year, Olmsted Falls 4-3, and when you look at what these two teams like to do, Olmsted Falls likes to press, they'll switch up their defenses, and Orange likes to get out and run. Problem is they turn the ball over a little bit.
You said ball security. It's one of the biggest keys ahead of this one.
Yeah, without question. 14 turnovers is what Orange averages per game, only 12 assists. And with a team that likes to pressure full court and switch up defenses, they're looking to turn you over.
Two teams with pretty much three-headed monsters. You look at Orange, Major Calhoun, Alex McCullough, the Lutheran East transfer, won 2 D3 state titles at the Lou, and then Luke Schmatzer for Olmsted Falls. Mason Saravac is a guy to keep on averaging over 20 points per game and 7 rebounds per game. Then you add an Owen Tamura and Ryan Rank, and you've got yourself a great combination for Chris Delizia.
Without question. And what they want to do is they want to speed up Orange. When a team turns the ball over, it's usually a sign trying to play a notch faster than they're capable of. So watch for that early. Full court, change up defenses, try to speed up the Lions. That's what Olmsted Falls wants to try to do.
Orange seeking its first Chagrin Valley Conference title in 9 years, off to a 1-3 start in the CVC Chagrin Division. Ball is in the air and the tap is controlled by Logan Connolly of Olmsted Falls, and away we go. And Orange playing quick immediately. Alex McCullough not giving Connolly any type of separation.
Good on-ball pressure by Orange.
Nate Ryan left it short, but right to right. A 3 on the way, and that one spirals out for Mason Saravac.
Saravac knocks down just over 33% from behind the arc, as you mentioned, leading scorer for the Bulldogs.
Also a first-team All-SWC linebacker. You called a couple of his football games.
He can hit you. He can hit you.
2 games ago against Elyria. 27 points, 18 in the second half, 11 in the fourth quarter. Orange coming off a 55-51 loss against Harvey. McCullough dashes inside and got called for the travel. Reich applied the pressure.
Nice job kind of taking away the driving lane, and it caused McCullough to take that extra step. And you'll see defense with his feet. He's shuffling his feet, and you play defense with your feet and your body, not your hands. And a good job there to get the traveling violation by Tamura.
Like a 3 off of Calhoun, and McCullough scrapes the board. Olmsted Falls, the number 5 scoring offense in the SWC, averaging over 61 points per game, but the number 1 scoring defense. And Eli Robinson, in his second start on the year, drains the triple to get the scoring started.
Nice job of being ready to shoot. Catch and shoot, and he hits it from behind the 3-point line.
Saravac pirouettes to the pin.
That is a big body that can spin, and now they set up the pressure after the made basket, and they get the turnover.
Saravac lets it fly. Off the back rim. Calhoun, the point guard. Too tall. Schmatzer couldn't save it.
Again, playing a little bit too quick. Here's the replay. You have the 3 that's made, and short closing out. Nice spin move by Saravac. That's a linebacker making that move. Good footwork inside. But Olmsted Falls speeds up Orange and causes the turnover. That's something to keep an eye on. Orange turns the ball over a lot.
16.4 takeaways per game. Black against McCullough, and McCullough steals it. Second-year head coach Marvin Rashad called Orange's offense structured freedom. 5-out basketball. Calhoun swishes home the tray.
And that was well behind the three-point arc. That was 2 steps behind the arc. Better get out on Major Calhoun.
4 straight games in double figures for Calhoun. And here's a steal for Ryan Dorner, but it's plucked right back by Olmsted Falls. Under the tutelage of 15-year head coach Chris Delizio. Dorner had it knocked away by Calhoun. 10 on the timer for Saravac. His scoop shot is good, and 1 for Saravac.
Saravac's a scorer. 22.2 points per game. We saw the little spin move this time. He finishes it off with the left hand. Spin and outside arm. It's not easy to do, and he's got a big body that will keep defenders away from that ball as well.
And we complete the traditional 3-point play, and 4 subs come in for Olmsted Falls.
And again, made basket, they're going full court, and they're going to try to speed up the Lions.
Jimmy Russell, Jaden Byer, Chris 10 into the game, along with Cole Odon. Olmsted Falls coming off a 65-64 loss against Avon. Get a turnover. Byer steamrolls in and scores the hoop and the harm. That's back-to-back and ones for the Bulldogs.
And again, creates the defense creates the offense. Picked up his dribble and just ripped away as just wasn't prepared to do something with the ball, and he picked up his dribble. Byer said, thanks, I know what to do with this.
2 games ago against Elyria, had 11 points off the bench. He's been that de facto 6th man. Grabbed back by 10 on the offensive glass, but they're going to get him for a foul.
And again, they'll set up the full court pressure. And it has disrupted Orange's offensive flow in the early going.
How do they try and generate offense?
First you break the press, and then you get into your offense, and that's going to be... Did they say it was kicked? I think they said it was a kicked ball, or it was hit.
It looked like it in.
No, it is. It's going to Olmsted Falls. So another turnover.
There's a look at Marvin Rashad. Call him Coach Marv. 1,000-point scorer at Tri-C and at the college level at D1. Stolen away. Dorner peels back out. Robinson steps into another. Can't cash it in.
Again, a little too fast. It was an open look. Good defense from behind.
That's Schmatzer, team's leading rebounder, rejecting Byer.
Man-to-man defense for Olmsted Falls. It's more 15. Of a matchup, yeah. More of a matchup zone, and again, they're doing a nice job of switching and helping defensively. Olmsted Falls is.
That's what Chris Delizio said. Here's a nice cut by Byer and a sweet dime by 10 to lead into the hoop, and that's a 3-point Bulldog lead.
Their half-court offense is good. There's another turnover.
A stifle, a kick. 10 goes up with it. Great defense by Orange. McCullough to Robinson. He spun it home.
Well, and again, that was a degree of difficulty very high on that shot. They sped him up, but a nice job. Just sometimes athletes make plays. This is an athlete making a play. A heck of a catch and shoot for Eli Robinson, and a good give by McCullough.
And in the win against Chagrin Falls on December 18th, Robinson David played no minutes going into that game. He got the spot start, scored 4 points, collected 7 boards in the win. Marvin Rashad said he told his coaches that he was going to start Robinson. He said maybe they thought he was a little bit crazy, but it has worked to fruition. He's got 6 of Chagrin Falls' 9 points to tie, 6 of Orange's 9 points to tie things up at 9 with 3:12 to go in the first.
So far, it's kind of being played the way Olmsted Falls wants to play the game. They've been able to speed up Orange. It's a credit to the Lions. They've found a way to have this tied at 9. Half-court offense for Olmsted Falls has been impressive.
It really has been. 27% Orange is shooting from beyond the arc on the year. But Olmsted Falls, they've been getting their threes inside with Mason Saravac and Jaden Byer.
Yeah, and Saravac has looked really, you see how he's scoring 22 points a game.
He has been sensational. He's a force out there, too. Olmsted Falls looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. Bulldogs and Lions have not met since at least 2005. But they are both in the Cleveland metropolitan area. There's Chris Delisio. Said his team is going to play a lot of different defenses, which could spell trouble for Orange.
Now Orange will at least show some pressure. We're going to get a sub.
Shona Marderstein is in. Luko Blasinski is in. Team's leading shooter, 50% from the field. For an Orange team that shoots 39% from the floor. Both teams go to the benches early.
Extending the defense out. Orange straight man-to-man, and they're aggressive with it.
And now they trap on Wright. It bounces out to Saravac, launches a 3, and hits.
And that's something Saravac can definitely do, is knock down the 3.
He's a force inside, but he's great on the wings. Schmutzer breaks the press. Fakes on Byer, and Marderstein's with it. Major Calhoun, 4 straight games in double figs. Turns and hits, and he's halfway there. There has not been any separation in terms of the deficit. It's been one score through and through. 10 goes to the hoop and soars for 2.
Quick first step, got him by the defense.
Lions have a 3-on-2 with the press breaker. Calhoun, a 3. Yes, sir!
It's a good cross-court pass to an open Major Calhoun.
A major first quarter for Calhoun. Saravac bullies in, and it was touched last by the Bulldogs.
Calhoun, little spin move and knocks down the jumper. Nice crossover, quick first step for 10 to get that bucket.
With that first step, David, almost looked like he was going to try and throw it down.
Calhoun kicks it out, corner 3. Nope.
No, for Robinson.
Yep. Good job breaking the press. They've made an adjustment.
Saravac dishes to Dorner. No, Saravac back up.
Doing the work inside and outside.
Give him 10, first to double figures. Saravac's got 10 of Olmsted Falls 16. Loose ball, scrapped together by Odon. Out to Saravac, tries the triple. Hangs off the iron.
Had a good look at it.
This positionless Orange team with a 5-out offense. Looking to try and tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3.
Saravac, a nice job getting back after he missed the 3. If you're going to play an aggressive up-tempo type of style, you have to get back on defense.
He's the embodiment of that. Floater from Marderstein, no. Tapped by Robinson, but right at Olmsted Falls is right. And 20 seconds remain in this first quarter. Olmsted Falls can halt for the final possession. Eighth game with a shot clock in Ohio high school basketball history in an OHSAA sanctioned game. Right, the 3, in and out.
Nice job boxing out. So it'll get a possession here for Orange, 2.3 remaining.
Look at Cole Odon, 6 points and a pair of boards. Made 2 threes in the 1-point loss against Avon. Final shot here for Marderstein. He's gonna have to chuck it. And it's short. After 1 quarter of work, it is a close one. Olmsted Falls up front, 16-14 on Orange. The high school shot clock shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information. Back here from historic 74-year-old Canton Memorial Fieldhouse in Canton, Ohio for Game 8 of 15 of the shot clock shootout. First series of games played with a shot clock in Ohio high school basketball history. Olmsted Falls and Orange, a battle of the west side of Cleveland and the east side of Cleveland. Bulldogs scored 16 to the first 30. Schmatzer steps inside and he nudges a step too much. A travel called on the third leading scorer.
Not great spacing by the Lions there. Kind of got bunched up inside, and that enabled Olmsted Falls to play a little bit aggressive on the defensive end. If you space it out a little bit, you give your teammates area to pass.
This half-court Bulldogs offense goes to work, and Odon rainbows home a 3.
It's great ball movement. Got the open look for Odon.
The newly checked-in Dunleavy Hughes bulldozes into the lane and gets called for the offensive foul.
Just skip pass. Went all the way across court, and Odon ready to shoot when he caught it.
That's now 3 trifectas in the last 2 games for Odon. A 6'1 junior, a lot of upperclassmen for this Olmsted Falls team. Same can be said for Orange. Quick ball movement, right in the corner. Yes, sir.
Really nice job executing their offense. Got the entry pass, and Saravac right to Rach, who was spotted up.
Back-to-back buckets by way of the 3 ball for Olmsted Falls. And a steal by Logan Connolly. And a goaltend on Hughes as he pinned it up against the boards on its way down.
Again, offense kind of creating the defense for him as well. As just a lazy pass. You just can't do that. And Connolly was waiting for it.
8-0 run to start off the second quarter for Olmsted Falls. They've come out raring to go. Alex McCullough facing the press. Rake shot the gap, but Orange keeps possession alive. Calhoun with 8 points in the first quarter. Passes wide to McCullough. And a backcourt violation.
And we're seeing the turnovers kind of pile up as Olmsted Falls has put together a couple of very good half-court possessions, and now you sandwich turnovers around them. That's how you end up with a 8-0, 10-0, 12-0 run.
Range inbounds. And Logan Connolly goes to work. First team All-SEC defensive back. Odon, another high arcing 3. Spirals out. Orange seeking its first points of the second frame.
Better spacing in the half court by the Lions.
Schmatzer knifes between 2, stays alive. Marvin Rashad said that Schmatzer is a coach's dream and a guy that he actually had to recruit back to play basketball, played soccer his freshman year, played soccer his entire high school career. But when Rashad took over, In Schmotzer's sophomore year, he brought him back to the team. McCullough with the left hand, drops it in.
Real nice job as McCullough able to shield the defender with his off shoulder, and then almost a hook shot, old style hook shot, if you will.
Throwback baby hook. Brother Jesse is a freshman at Michigan State, number 99 recruit in the class of 2024. Saravac.
I can see why this guy scores. He just kind of felt the defender on his hip, and he just spun around him, and enough touch on it to make it go in easy.
Just a lonely teardrop for Saravac.
Again, Orange playing a little tick faster than they want to.
McCullough flies in for the deuce, lays it in.
Great steal, and McCullough knew where he was headed with that.
Maybe that's where the fast-paced Orange team can get some momentum. Saravac drove in, but an off-ball foul called.
And here's the look. Saravac again. McCullough just rips it away. A nice job of seeing where the body position was and timing his move to the ball perfectly to get that easy bucket.
H off the inbound, left it short. For a guy like McCullough, did not play varsity at Lutheran East, shadowed by his brother, this is a chance for him to return back to some of his former teammates and shine. He's their leading scorer, over 12 points a game. Bodies hit the deck, and Rach comes away with it.
Well, there's no shame in not being able to crack the starting lineup at Lutheran East. They have some state championships that are hanging.
Did you do any of their games?
I did. Some with McCullough's brother, as a matter of fact. They can play, and they play very much a fast-tempo, aggressive defense.
Very fitting of what the Orange Lions do. For the players' coach, Marvin Rashad. McCullough off the handoff. Tough shot, forced it up. Air ball. Saravac the board.
Good defenses. Didn't let him square his shoulders. He's falling away.
And then McCullough on the other end, he's gotten hands on everything. Calhoun, quick catch, quick trigger, and Martinstein.
Nice job cutting to the basket by Martinstein.
A Euro on the other end, and Tamura is on the score sheet, and Olmsted Falls calls timeout. Back to an 8-point lead for the Bulldogs.
It's a really good timeout. As they're running up and down the court here, you see transition and just a great pass inside by Eli Robinson, and he cut right where he could catch and shoot. But if you're Olmsted Falls, you don't want to get into the track meet. Your half-court possessions have been really good. So you want to speed up Olmsted Falls or Orange defensively. You don't want to let them speed you up, and they've been able to be sped up.
Go ahead.
And a key piece to that Olmsted Falls team is Mason Saravac. What's more to be said that hasn't been already about number 21 in Navy?
You see the spin move. He finishes with the left hand that time. A nice job of spotting up, hitting the three. So inside, outside, and definitely a force rebounding as well. So he averages 7.6 rebounds to go with those 22.7 points.
Not a guy you can necessarily stop, but more so a guy that you can limit.
You know what? He doesn't need the high volume to score. He's got 12 already, and it doesn't seem like he's not demanding the ball like you would expect a guy that scores 22 to. An efficient score.
Shooting 45% from two.
Yeah, and 33% from three, which in high school, that's pretty good.
McCullough with 11 on the timer.
That's okay. That's a really good look for him. We've seen him when he gets into that paint, he's a problem. This is a problem.
10 to Connolly. Great defense protecting the rim. Calhoun on the other end. Can't finish. One of the foul, doesn't get it.
That was a good no call, I thought. This is hectic.
So much traffic, a transition pull-up three. Bayer can't make it. Schmatzer soars for the board. like watching a ping pong game. Calhoun steps in.
I think he got away with a travel. I think he took a little hop step there.
That controversial gather step.
Yes, but except it was just my toe touched right before I threw the ball up. Again, this is how Orange gets back in this game. If they can continue to play at this pace, that's their pace. I know Olmsted Falls wants to be aggressive defensively. They can score in the half court. I haven't seen that Orange can do that just yet.
So Marvin Rashad is signaling up with his right hand. He's trying to get a shooting foul, and he does. So that sends Jean-Marie Morris-Berry, 3-point per game scorer this year, to the line. First team foul this quarter on Olmsted Falls, second on Orange. Coming up, though, this isn't just the only boys game on tap. Elyria, reigning SWC champs, versus Cardinal Mooney at 5:15, and then Gilmore Academy versus McKinley at 7. Dave, I know you're going to be doing those games. First time the host site gets to have a home game.
Yeah, McKinley will be interesting to watch. You know what? The Elyria Pioneers are another team that can score.
Their team that beat Olmsted Falls in a tightly contested battle on December 17th.
This is what I wanted to see from the Bulldogs.
More east to west movement.
Just get into your half court. That isn't the shot you really want.
Karen back to Saravac there, and he's going to the line as he got whacked.
Again, their half court sets have been very good. That time, again, you can't tell a guy, oh, that's a bad three. In the flow of the offense, you probably could have got a better shot.
Maybe a ball don't lie moment there. There's Chris Talicio talking over to his guard, Logan Connolly, 6-foot junior. Chris Talicio, a graduate of Olmsted Falls in 1995, a three-sport captain there. Played baseball at College of Worcester for Tim Pederini, then at Ohio University. Said he always knew that he wanted to coach. Wasn't necessarily sure what, but he had a guidance counselor that was an assistant football coach. That really was a big influence on him. He told that on the Hoop Heads podcast. Saravac with a little euro, and he goes high off the window for the score.
14 in the game now for Saravac. And when he gets turned, I don't know that they have an answer defensively for Saravac. When he gets going and headed downhill to the hoop.
Certainly hasn't been one so far today. And Orange looking for another guy to help with that answer. Scoop shot from Schmatzer, no good as he fell to the deck.
Nice job of saving that possession by Schmatzer. He was going down.
Range with a crossover past McCullough. Saravac fakes on the three, takes it down the lane, and shovels it home over Schmatzer.
So because he hits the three, you have to come out and close on him, and he's quick enough to get around defenders.
Connolly hits the deck. Schmatzer comes away with it. Jaden Hawkins, Jonah Fry in. Orange has emptied the bench, and Marderstein, another reserve, reverses it in.
Real nice move on the baseline by Jonah Marderstein.
The 5'10 sophomore with a pair of buckets. Shot clock turned off. Olmsted Falls can hold. Corner three.
That's okay. That was a great job of getting a good look. And we've seen Rach knock down that exact shot.
Orange can climb back within 7 or 6 with a 2 or a 3. 3 to shoot for Schmatzer, who finishes with contact. A nifty drive, and he gets Saravac on the block.
Just a heck of a job to get down in a position. There's the crossover on Rach. He takes the contact and able to toss it up. Almost threw in the last one that he made like that. This time he gets the opportunity to make the three-point play.
That one before day might have been a higher degree of difficulty because that was going to be a reverse shot.
Yeah, he was going down too. He kind of slipped or tripped or stumbled.
Completes the three-point play. They shovel it off to Odon, half quarter. Short. And a monumental three-point play for a monumental three-point play for Luke Schmatzer has made this a 6-point game. Your break at halftime, 32-26, Olmsted Falls over Orange. Ready for the second half between Olmsted Falls and Orange. The Bulldogs lead the Lions 32-26. Hi everybody, and welcome back into Canton Memorial Fieldhouse on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. He's Dave Bacon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Well, Dave, that final three-point play by Luke Schmatzer of Orange proved to be huge heading into the halftime break.
Yeah, it went from what would have been a 9-point halftime lead to just a 6-point halftime lead. More importantly, Olmsted Falls has been playing well defensively and speeding up Orange, and really, they've gone outside and inside as well. And you see Rach, the quick pass from Saravac. Now Saravac down inside with a lot of moves. So you're seeing everything that Olmsted Falls does well. It's been played at their tempo so far. Inside,
outside. Newt Rockney would be proud. How about Mason Saravac and what he did in the first half? 16 points for the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs.
Yeah, and he did it a variety of ways. He also, you saw when they saw the pressure, there was the entry pass into the post right at the top. He's the guy that's kicking it out. So they're running their offense through Saravac.
On the other side of this break, we'll do it all over again. Final 16 minutes from Canton. 32-26, Olmsted Falls leads Orange. The high school shot clock shootout on Rock Entertainment Sports Network is brought to you by True North Convenience Stores. Fast, friendly, clean. Download the True Rewards app today and start saving. And by Spire Academy. Spire Academy is an international high school and postgraduate sports performance training and education boarding school. Visit spireacademy.com for more information. Bulldogs in front of the Lions, 32-26. We've got the third quarter coming your way on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. He's Dave Bacon. I'm Tyler Danberg. Olmsted Falls leads Orange 32-26 on their way to the third quarter inside a historic Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. And Dave, when you walk around the concourse of this hallowed venue, you just know history's around you, whether you step left or you step right.
Yeah, and it's documented what's happened here, and it's a special place. And it now is also the home of the first ever high school games with a shot clock.
There are 27 states that have the shot clock adopted. Ohio's introducing it this weekend. Illinois has it in store to be fully adopted in 2026-27. This was once the hub of the 4 Canton high schools in this area. This is one of my favorite parts about this. The Thurman Munson artifacts, Canton Lehman product. And there's a quick three for Ryan Raich. You said he can make those types of triples. He did it there.
He has shoots 41% from three-point range, so that is his game. There's another turnover.
So on the floor for Olmsted Falls, it's Connolly, Saravac, Raich, who has it here, Ryan, and Tamura, the original starting 5. Calhoun, Marderstein playing the 2-3. With Dylan Mather wearing the number 4. That is Eli Robinson's programmed number, but Mather's wearing it. Schmatzer and McCullough. 7 to shoot. 3 to shoot.
Got to be aware.
Saravac with 1. Doesn't get it off. A shot clock violation for Orange.
And again, that's one of the few that we've seen this week, and just you have to be aware we're playing with the 35-second shot clock. And you see Coach Delisio kind of saying the same thing. Just be aware of it. You don't want to play crazy. Just be aware.
McCullough swoops inside, goes high to the goal, but couldn't stuff it home.
Love the aggressiveness. You take that shot every time that you have the opportunity to, if you're McCullough.
McCullough's got 4. A 3 again for Rage. He connects. 2 3 balls to start off the third quarter.
That's his third 3 of the game as well. I mentioned 41% is what he hits from behind the arc. And you can see it. It's the catch, it's the shoot. You see the rotation. I know why he shoots 41% from three-point range, because he's got those mechanics that you just saw.
In the loss against Avon, Olmsted Falls, Dave, shot 50% from the three-point line. Still did not come out victorious, but lost by 1 against a strong Avon team. But when you're shooting 50% from beyond the arc, you know good things are going to happen.
The other thing it tells me is you're moving the ball, because if you're shooting 50%, they're not contested threes. Nobody is going to shoot 50% on contested threes. So there are a number of things. They're shooting threes in transition, and we've already seen when they're going against the zone, they go high post at the free throw line. It's usually Saravac, and he can find whoever is open in the corner for the short corner threes.
4 Rage, too. 7 threes made in the last 2 contests. Really in the last 7 quarters.
Good job of breaking the pressure by Orange and then resetting.
Calhoun held scoreless in the second. Contested layup attempt. Saravac bullies inside, threw it up. Off the back heel.
Little out of control by Saravac. He'll live with it because he's going to make that shot. And another turnover.
That was Connolly who got a tip on it. Connolly has 4+ assists now in 3 of his last 4 ball games. Raich loads up. He's got another. 8 threes in the last 2 games and 12 points tonight.
12 points, 4 made threes. You better find him behind the arc because he's not going to stop shooting it.
Mather, no. Do you start to teeter with the idea of face guarding Ryan Raich?
It's dangerous because then you're going to get Saravac loose.
Tamura came up empty, almost pawed it back. McCullough runs the floor and will slow it down. Largest lead tonight, 15 for the Bulldogs. Trying to snap a 2-game losing skid.
They've scored the first 9 of this third quarter.
Schmatzer left it short, and he came back to grab it.
Wild pass. Another turnover.
Connolly to a cutting Tamura. Bounce in the corner. Too much on the 3 from Nate Ryan.
Orange has got some good looks at the basket. They have been contested layups, and they haven't scored yet in this third quarter. They're stuck on 26.
Getting numbers on the basketball. It was trimmed to a 32-26 lead at halftime. 9-0 run to start the stanza. And another steal. Saravac with Ryan as a reinforcement. Doesn't need him. Right off the glass. Saravac's got 18.
Such a good play defensively by Saravac. Stuck his hand in the passing lane, deflected it to himself, got the bucket.
That's a game high. Calhoun steps inside and it rims out.
Yeah, that's a good look. That's a look at the basket at the rim. It's not thrown over his shoulder. It is contested, but guys make contested shots at the rim all the time.
Reach goes inside the arc, lays it off to Saravac. Nestles in on Schmatzer and Marderstein. They're going to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, it's the right call. So here's the defense that creates the play for Saravac inside and getting the hoop, as he deflected it to the defender and then got it back. So deflects it, plays defense, gets out and runs, and gets the easy basket.
That front shoulder, when it leans in, that's a tough move to stop.
That's a big kid. He's a linebacker on the football team, and a good linebacker.
First team all conference. Jean-Marie Morris-Berry into the game and onto the score sheet off a nice dish from Alex McCullough.
Nice extra pass by McCullough to get an uncontested look. Their first points of this third quarter.
breaks a 4-minute, 45-second scoring track. Byer threads it. Odon, extra dribble, launches. Too much, but Byer cleans it up and scores.
Nice job by Byer. Made the pass out to the three-point line. Didn't sit there and look at it. Got in position to get the offensive rebound, gets the easy putback.
That's 6 points for Byer off the bench. McCullough nearly lost his dribble, doing his best Globetrotters impression to keep it going as he went to the deck. Largest lead of the ball game, 17 for the Bulldogs. Marderstein throws it up off the glass.
Again, made a nice move, had a jump stop, had a good look, but couldn't finish.
Olmsted Falls has what Chris Delisio, head coach, says is a great group of young men. One of the best he's coached.
And this is smart. Make sure you get a good shot. All you're looking for is a good shot, and I get a traveling violation. But with a 17-point lead, late third quarter, clock is your friend. And there's a look at that work inside by Jaden Byer, getting the offensive rebound and the stick back.
That's the one when you're playing pickup basketball. The person who shot that says, "That's a pass." Just as they drew it up. McCullough, sidewinding three. Clings off the rim. Touch last by Jaden Hawkins, who's in off the bench.
Nice job by Byer. Again, position, kind of boxing out, and made the defender go over him to touch it.
Orange has gone to the depth pieces a lot, even some guys that don't get a lot of time. And Calhoun with a steal. McCullough goes to the cup and swirls it home.
Nice job double teaming. That's you don't want to turn your back to the defense like Olmsted Falls did there.
He back down to 15. Working around the window, and Odon knocks down the triple.
Set himself in the corner, and he knocks down the three when he gets the opportunity.
Then Byer walks in off the steal. Points off turnovers.
Yep.
They're key.
And they have consistently turned Orange over all game.
So that was going to be a big thing going into this game. Catch and release three. McCullough hits it with contact.
Well, he was trying to get the 4-point play, and the official was right there. Over and back. That's a good call. His right leg was over the half-court line, so the ball is over half-court. There's a good look at the open three, and you see not going to buy the acting job.
You got to sell it at least.
Got to try it. Trying to find a way to get some points here.
That might be top three on some of the biggest sells of this weekend. There have been some good ones, too.
Strong third quarter by Olmsted Falls, though. Was a 6-point game at half. It's now 17-point lead.
Came out on that big 11-0 run.
Yep. And their defense has been really good and right on cue.
Couldn't have picked a better time for Jaden Byer to walk in. And Orange going to play fast. Fry ahead to Schmatzer. He leads the team in assists and rebounds. Morris, Berry, Fry, Hawkins. 3 bench pieces out there with 25 seconds left. Calhoun, a little step through. Denied by Rach.
Nice job not buying the step through.
Byer. Offensive board for Tamura. And a foul called on Orange.
Tamura was getting his arm held, and he basically came down with a one-armed rebound.
So they'll call that one on Hawkins, who comes out. Or excuse me, Calhoun comes out. Hawkins stays in. 10 seconds left. Saravac lays it up. Grab back by Byer. Over to Saravac, a 3 at the horn. In and out. And the tap is no good as well. We've played 3 here at Canton Memorial Fieldhouse in Game 8. Olmsted Falls with a big third quarter, leading 52-33 over Orange.
outscored.
Alongside Dave Bacon, I'm Tyler Hamburg, back with you for the fourth quarter. Ryan Raich with 12 points, all off three balls.
Yeah, and they've done a nice job. You see the quick entry pass out to Raich. So inside out, this time he spots up. This one's going to be about the same spot. Knocks that down. Raich is a guy that is averaging 14 and a half points a game and shoots 41% from three-point range. He has 12 through three quarters. And that third quarter, he was a big part of it. They outscore Orange 20-7 to open up the lead.
12 threes in the last two games for Raich. Got 27 points in those spans. To start things off is Jaden Hawkins with a bounce pass for Oblasinski, and it's stolen by Odon and Saravac.
Olmsted Falls defense has been really good.
All down the line as well, even with the bench empty.
Yep. They're doing a nice job of when they put pressure on, they're creating turnovers. They're switching when they put pressure on. And it doesn't allow Orange or an offense to get into a rhythm. They've kept them out of rhythm.
Raich tries another and can't hit. Jake Paziak into the ball game for Olmsted Falls. Great golfer as well on the Olmsted Falls team. Fry fakes the three, takes it inside. Got fouled as he muscled in on Saravac and Raich.
Good aggressive move inside by Fry. Little jump stop. Able to get to the line.
When you look back at the third quarter, Dave, what allowed Olmsted Falls to outscore the Lions by 13?
They turned them over, and they played at their pace. So they didn't get sped up. Like in that second quarter, right before Chris Delisio called that timeout, I felt like they were playing at Orange's pace. And he called a timeout, and then they started. It doesn't mean they can't get out and run. Pick your spots to run, and they were picking the right spots. They're also shooting really well from behind the arc. They're getting open looks and knocking them down.
And more reliant on the three as well after starting strong in the paint.
Yeah, inside out. So you have the success inside. The defense is going to collapse on you when you go inside, and that opens up three-point looks that are open. Bad pass.
Jaden Hawkins goes in on Raich, and he recovers to knock it away, staying with the Lions.
Great defense by Raich to not allow the easy basket. So there's that's just a lazy pass, and he knows it. But Raich able to chase it down, gets his hand in there, and a good no call. So now it's just a possession for Orange.
Morris Berry flashes down to Schmatzer, spins on Raich, spirals in and out, offensive board to Hawkins. And an errant feed again. Another backcourt violation, and Orange just has struggled in the turnover department.
And that one's just lack of communication. He thought he was going to move towards more of the center of the court to reset the offense, and he moved more towards the baseline or sideline, and the turnover occurs.
We're still a young team, second year under Marvin Rashad. He's a player's coach, Rashad. Said the most important thing is basketball is fun. But he's still strict, still disciplined. And Raich with a hand on his face with another three.
Nice job by Saravac. There's a turnover.
Raich plucked it, Saravac grabbed it, and he feeds it down low to Angelo Longo. The junior collects his first points in his first time out on the hardwood.
This full court pressure, when applied, has created all kinds of problems for Orange. But Saravac feels the defense, and he spots Raich, who spots up from his spot in the corner.
Oblasinski, no. What does that say about a team when they can go all down the line of their roster and still play the same way that their system allows it?
They understand how each individual player needs the ball to be successful.
Morris Berry too strong on the lay. And Raich runs the floor. Inside, underneath. Can't spin it home. Longo feeds it to a cutting Tamura.
It also means that they're well coached to know, okay, if our man in the pivot gets doubled, get to your spot. There's Raich's spot.
A lot of proactivity for this Olmsted Falls team.
And the players understand where they can score from.
Beautiful feed from Schmatzer to Oblesinski.
Yeah, a nice job. Oblesinski running down the backside of the play and just kept going. And the Bulldogs didn't find him.
Bulldogs call timeout, and we're going to get a line change here on the far sideline. Major Calhoun and Alex McCullough step back in. And a timeout will be called as well. One more look at this lob to Oblesinski.
So the backside defender got caught kind of coming to the ball, and the wing player who was up thought there was another defender, and there was nobody there. So credit Oblesinski. He's like, nobody's here.
Coming up after this one, it'll be Elyria and Cardinal Mooney. Elyria, the reigning Southwestern Conference champions. Olmsted Falls are the Southwestern Conference as well. Orange out of the Chagrin Valley Conference. That's a big conference as well with 4 different divisions. Here's a look at Marv Rashad. Second year. He is head coach for a long time in the Cleveland area. 5 years at Cleveland Central Catholic, multiple years at Shaw, now at Orange, 1,000-point scorer at Tri-C, and then at Division II power Fairmont State.
So what he wants to see is he wants his team to keep playing hard. We play the way we play. And my thought is they have to get a feel for play fast but not in a hurry. When you get hurried up, you turn the ball over. So they're still trying to figure out how to play fast but not in a hurry. And that's not uncommon for young teams. We're 8 games into the season.
And also coming off the holiday break, do you take that into account when you look at play a little bit?
Maybe a little. Nice move inside. Maybe a little bit, but I think it's more a factor of everybody has to get a feel for the speed that they can play at and do what we're asking them to do. And it's different for different players.
No doubt about it. For a guy like Alex McCullough who's defending there.
Yep.
First chance of varsity basketball for him. Shona Fry scraps together the loose ball and flies down the floor. Spins right in to Connolly, who's got the rebound.
And he was he was in a hurry a little bit on that move.
Nate Ryan connects.
They are killing it from that far side behind the arc, being Olmsted Falls.
Last 2 games, drilling it from 3. Inside 3.5. Calhoun inside, muscles it in.
Nice job. Gathered himself, put the ball up, and gets the bucket.
These times that you can learn a little bit more about your team even when you're trailing late in this game?
Absolutely. You can find the speed that you can play at, and you can't do it as much in practice. It's different when the lights come on and there's crowd and there's a clock.
Cole Odon has 3 trifectas and 9 points today. Schmatzer pulls the string. One team has been able to hit. Orange has not really been able to knock down those shots. But the Lions starting to unlock a bit of a recipe going into the CVC slate.
Here's another look. A lot of space. Got to close out a little bit more on him. And there's the head fake, gathers and gets the bucket. Nice job by Major Calhoun inside.
4 new Bulldogs come in, including Luther Lofton, Angelo Longo, and Jake Paziak. Calhoun's got 10. That bucket was his first since the first quarter when he had 8. Dave, for those that are watching, what's it like to be in this venue?
Well, you know all the history. These kids, you walk in and they show you all the history that's been here. So it is a cool venue to play in.
Lofton fouled underneath. It is very educational to see the 4 different Canton schools, some defunct, some not, and to see a shrine basically dedicated to all 4. It's very cool.
And you see the names. You know, they know the names that have been part of Canton. And Thurman Munson, one of the ones that is adorning one of the walls.
Of course, Gary Grant, Eric Snow.
Yep.
Brad Sellers was talking a lot about those guys, especially Phil Hubbard and Grant, who he played against at Ohio State when they played at Michigan. These walls could talk. They would talk a lot, and a lot about basketball history. I travel there on the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs. Inside of 2, not necessarily enough for a running clock yet. Orange trying to keep it that way.
Nice move inside. Got his shoulders squared, but unable to finish.
That was Dunleavy Hughes. Big presence inside, 6 feet 4 inches. His debut against head coach Marvin Rashad's alma mater, Collinwood, at 4 points, 8 boards. Lofton forced to the baseline, but he grabs it back underneath. A shot and a made basket, but it appeared that Hughes got fouled. Nonetheless, Olmsted Falls is going to have it on the floor.
Yeah, they called the foul before the made basket. And it's a player safety thing when he went down. You don't want play to continue with a player laying on the baseline who's basically defenseless, so they whistled the foul and stopped play.
And the ball does not lie. It's good. 67-38, Olmsted Falls up. Final minute and a half. Jalen Shepard into the game. Finds Ryan Dorner. Dorner going to try it again. And this time, it's true. This is 10-3 on the year. Corner 3. Putback won't go. And Olmsted Falls even down the line. Rebounding really well.
And playing good defense. You know, with the style of defense that Olmsted Falls plays, you can't simulate full court pressure. I mean, you can, but it's different when a team makes that their identity. That's Olmsted Falls' identity. That's going to be a problem for some teams.
Layup good. That could be big for Orange down the stretch, now facing teams that have such a suffocating press. CVC play ensues on January 4th for Orange when it takes on Beechwood. 2 games at home against the Bisons and then against Hawken as well on January 7th. For Olmsted Falls, its schedule continues, and it is a strong one. Southwestern Conference, no slouch. January 7th against Steele, then January 11th at Avon Lake. Dorner, another 3. Make it back-to-back possessions with a 3 ball for Dorner. CVC has a lot of teams in the conference. Southwestern Conference is a deep one. That's Longo on the 2. Dorner, a heat check. He's made his last 2, make it 3 in a row. An emphatic finish for Dorner.
Yeah. Somebody that you want to take a look at. He's knocking down threes. He's playing in the flow of the offense, so that's good. Those are good things.
Olmsted Falls scores 71 points. They win 71-47 with a victory over Orange. Second most points scored by the Bulldogs this year. From our partner Dave Bacon, our entire Rock Entertainment Sports Network crew, I'm Tyler Amberg, signing off as the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs defeat the Orange Lions by 24.